I think that the key factor is to do a very, very vigorous, unimpeachable self assessment. And going into the Church of the Transmutations, there are certain things you can't sublimate. You have to live with them and transmute them. You can't positive think them away. You can't affirmation them away. You can't go to a Tony Robbins ultimate power and power it away with strategies. This goes to the biology. It goes to conditioning. It goes to the culture in which we live. There's certain things that you just cannot reason away. You can't compartmentalize away. You can't rationally think it away. You can't argue it away. You've got to transmute. That means go into the negative, recognize the negative, recognize the obstacles, clearly, definitively identify the resistances you're up against. Understand the opposition, and understand it's very difficult to outrun the genetics. If you're short, if you're bald headed, if you got a big belly like me, I'm 76, but when I was younger, you got lousy proportions, you're aesthetically horrendous to look at, you're not aesthetically a visual soothment, but you're abrasive to look at. And you've run out of compensation, showmanship, rhetorical skills, the art of persuasion. You've run out of all these. And you're suffering massively at a biological level. Of course, I'm talking about the libido theory. I'm talking about the sexuality. Of course, this is what I'm talking about, and the physical aspects of it. Then you have to transmute. You go into the pain, you go into the agony of it, you question it, you interrogate yourself over and over again. You ask yourself a lot of questions. You film yourself, you do a lot of recreation. I'm going to take a sip of my good coffee right now. Take a little break. Nothing like a good cup, piping hot. You ask yourself a lot of questions. You interrogate yourself. You're not afraid of what you're going to find there. You build your resolve. You build your toughness. You live with the loss, the participant loss of the confirmation, and herein I'm talking about the female confirmation of yourself as a man, and I'm talking here about the virile, social, sexual aspects of it. You don't look around, and you have to systematically kill the green-eyed monster called jealousy, destroy it. You have to systematically tell yourself and prove it. We're not looking for fairness. We're not looking for consolation. We're not looking for altruism. We're not looking for compassion. We're not looking for mercy. Biggest lie that's ever been told, don't go for this lie, is that women by nature are nurturing, compassionate, altruistic, and humane. Absolutely false, in my experience. Absolutely, totally, and completely false. They have their preferences written in stone, which in many cases doesn't include people like me, the way we look. That's it. That's it. You have to transmute. Go into the Church of the Transmutations. That tells you how to go into the negative, how to love the negative, how to embrace the negative, how to want the negative. The negative is all the criticism. The negative is you, my fellow short man, my fellow pariah in pillory. It's you being mocked and criticized. It's you being stereotyped. And it's you inoculating yourself against all of this and building hard bark on you made of powerful resistance forged in a hot crucible, and not being embarrassable and not being sensitive, and to go forward with everything as a teaching moment, as an experiment, and as providing probatives to ask yourself better and better questions. Not to live with it, understand what I'm saying, but to transmute it in this way.